All right, that might work. Anybody home? Let's see. Hey, what's happening, Pyro dude? What's happening, UFO builder? How you doing today? Can you guys hear me okay tonight? I've done some work on the sound drivers, and hopefully they're improved. Sweet. How you guys been? Cool, cool. You know, UFO dude, I have an idea of rebuilding the AC motor, but instead of using a Slater in the middle, I want to use a mercury filled turbine. Still use the magnetic field like a regular AC motor, but use that turbine, and the efficiency should jump up to huge, except for the toxicity of it. I couldn't get it to work with the headset every time it wants to go with the microphone that's built into the computer. And I'm just like, son of a bitch. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know why it won't keep its settings, but it won't. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out. I've just gotten to the stage where I don't care. Yes, you can. I used to play with Mercury when I was a kid. It probably explains a lot. But I don't see why the turbine effect and the magnetic field wouldn't act on the mercury inside the turbine, and you would get a domino effect along with the regular effect you would get from the motor Slater in the first place. You would get that added torque to the motor, which would increase the efficiency of the engine, if you know what I mean. I wonder, man. Of course, we do play with things that go boom for fun. And we've both been on fire more than once, so maybe we are crazy. Oh well, you gotta have fun with it, right? Red mercury, are you talking about? Oh God knows, not not elemental mercury. Oh, that shit's so toxic that it'll like one little drop will fry your brain. Eh, true, but I don't know. You'd have to work that out through the transmission, I guess, of some sort. I'm just talking about like a regular AC motor with the electric cars and shit, trying to increase the efficiency of the mileage and everything. It was the thought. But then you have, cars driving around with 100 pounds of mercury in them that, in an accident, that's just toxic waste. So that shit will probably never happen. I don't know. That's one of the reasons when you don't sleep, you can think some really amazing things. Are you talking about one of those tinfoil gliders? Well, I do have some stainless steel and some high voltage transformers. I can brew up some hydrogen right quick, but it wouldn't be a good idea in a room full of pyro either. But so you see that glorious stack there behind me, pyro? Yes. That is a nice stack of boomers, is it not? And this box here says awesomeness is here because today I got the CPU for the Falling Bomb project, and it's good and it's bad. One good thing about it, it's here and it's a nice processor. The bad thing about it is the heat sink that it came with is just adequate enough, and that's not going to work. I'm gonna have to upgrade that. Something with a 120 or 140 millimeter fan that can spin at a higher RPM, because that right there just barely keeps it cool. And these 125-watt processors, they run hot. I mean, very hot. I've seen them explode with shit when the heatsink wasn't, seated right, and it happens in a millisecond. So that's how hot these bitches get. I got some cool fans in today. I was going to show those off. They're supposed to be UV reactive and stuff when you put them in a case, so they'll have a really cool glow to them. The thing I like about these fans is they each individually come with their own speed controller. No, I can't say that I have. I don't even Pelter. I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't think. Ah, it always sucks, man. I know what you're waiting on, and I that does suck when you're like, oh yeah, yeah, something cool, and then no, waiting on the mailman. That's the only thing my neighbor's dogs are good for. They let me know when the mailman's coming, and everybody else. I don't even like dogs anymore. That's the messed up part, man. Ah, okay. Well, I was Falling Bomb, the guy that I'm building this computer for is not really a computer literate guy, so I didn't want to go with too complex of a cooling system because I didn't want him to, have problems with it. So it has to be efficient and simple. Not saying that the man's simple, it's just not his bag. Yeah, and if you don't do the maintenance on the liquid cooling and stuff like that, you can do the whole damn thing will go wanky on you. Hey, what's happening, Luke? Luke Lomatar. Lomatir? I never really know which way was right. Lomatir or Lomatir? Sorry, buddy. How's your stash going, man? Tier, okay, Lomatir. How you been doing? Been building up anything cool? I honestly don't think that Falling Bomb will probably ever run the system to a quarter of its capacity. I just went overkill with it to make it cool, more or less. Of course, if he ever wants to become a gamer, I mean, it'll play anything on the market. So, he can download it, he can play it. I might steal him a few games and load them on there. I don't know. Probably have to throw Windows 10 on it, even though I don't like Windows 10. Unless I can find a good, valid Windows 7 code. I prefer Windows 7, but it's easier to just download 10 and put on it. The damn thing don't even have a disk drive anymore. They don't use them. It's like, damn. No, but it'll just be stable and everything like that when he has multiple screens and multiple videos playing and stuff like that. And it should be a lot better. Besides, he's having issues. So I wanted to hook him up with something cool. And I don't do anything half-ass, man. The video card, I haven't even got it yet, but it's going to be probably a 3 gig. On board, I think it's running 2, something like that. I don't know. It's a pretty sweet motherboard the way it is. Yeah, I like having a CD DVD burner. I have a Blu-ray player, but these modern cases just aren't made for them anymore. Everything is a USB 3 and stuff. The faster transfer rate or card readers or what have you. It's just that shit's getting phased out. So let's see what we got in the box today. All right. We got the AMD Black Edition unlocked processor. 8 cores, sweetness right there. And I got these fans that are blue. Then they come with the individual speed controller and stuff that you can mount in the back. We're going to plug these up and see how they look under a UV light here in a minute. Should be pretty cool. And these are just more of the same. Now, I haven't got the main neon fans that's going to come down the front of the computer yet. They're ordered. They just haven't got here yet. They must have sent them on a slow boat or some shit because I've been waiting forever for them badasses. Let's see if I can find my knife. What I was talking about earlier with this heatsink, I just don't know if I trust it. And the research says that it'll work. I just don't know because I know this processor gets really, really hot. Maybe. I don't know. Looks kind of boring. I'll have to upgrade the fan. What kind of shit is that? Don't know why they would go with such a small fan. But the heatsink actually looks pretty adequate, actually. With the copper cooling fins. Then the large copper pad at the bottom. I don't know. I think I still might get one of the ones that stand up that have the cool, colorful fan and stuff on it, just because it's in line with the exhaust and it's just a lot more efficient that way. And it looks cool. But I might use that one. Hell, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing half the damn time. Yeah, we'll put that crap over there. Hell if I know. It's the heatsink that just came with the AMD processor. It's the stock one that come with it. Yeah, I mean, from what I've read, it does, as long as you're not overclocking it or anything. But if you're going to push it past its limits, and I don't think that Falling Bomb would, it really wouldn't be a non-issue other than just looking cool. I don't know. If I have the extra cash, I'll get one. If I don't, I won't. Hey, what's up? Crime Masters. Okay. That's an ominous name. You're not here to rob us, are you? Hey, sweet. Yeah, you know. Weather was actually pretty nice today, but I felt like shit, so that made me feel even worse because there's work that I need to do in the yard, but I'm just like, screw it. I'm just sitting around today. That's pretty much how my day went. Felt guilty about sitting on my ass all day, more or less. Ooh, sweet. Yeah, i9's nice. It's just really expensive right now. That's why I went with the AMD 4 gig 8 core. But it's still a pretty fast computer, the one that I'm building. And I'm building this one for free, so there's that factor too. I couldn't buy an i9 and give it away; that would just kill me. It'd be a hard thing to do. It just depends on what I'm building. I can build anything from mild to wild, more or less. Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man. I had to go through hell to finally get those, but I moved all the other pyro, most of it around to another location in a box. I might have to put out my new acquisitions because I've got quite a bit of stash. No, man, I don't do any coding or anything like that. There's a few little things I might, uncrack a program and shit like that, but I don't do any coding. Might do a little bit of modifying, a little bit of program snatching, but that's about it. That wasn't nothing to do with you, bro. That was just somebody being I don't know what his issue was, man, but at least I finally got him. Had a terabyte drive in memory in 1998. Yeah, it probably ran about $40,000 or more. No, I don't mess with Discord. This is pretty much the only thing that I mess with. I have an Instagram account, but I have no idea how that shit works yet. But I try to limit my social media. Dude, the first three transactions went smooth as silk, and that last one just, I don't know what was up. The dude said something about being in the hospital, so maybe he really was. I don't know. I never got any explanation. Dude, I don't know. I really don't. I have to look up shit. I don't memorize these things. There's just too much. Too many numbers, too many specs, too many shit. You just have to write it down, look it up. I'm getting too old to remember that. Unless it's something I'm really eyeballing. Hillbilly Boom, and it ain't you, bro. Yeah, that's me. Pretty sure. Why do you think it's not me? It's got a photo of a bunch of phantom fireworks laying on a bed, I believe, if that's the correct one. Nine setup would be pretty sweet now. That's no doubt. Just depends. There's most people that'll never use it, but YouTube does open up a market because editing and stuff like that is a lot nicer when you got some CPU power behind it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You used to fake name and shit, man. Yeah, I use all kinds of different names. Yeah, that's me. If it's got the photo of the phantom fireworks laying on the bed and stuff as the avatar, then it's me. Yeah, I think I put Jake Thompson or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, that's me. I try to allspec thing, man. You know, I don't like to have my shit traced to make it too damn easy for people. I'm paranoid. I've got all kinds of names. That goes back to banging chicks, you know, and I'd be dating like three or four at the same time. I'd forget what name they knew me by sometimes. Yeah, I was that kind of guy for a while. Hey, women make you that way, man. I wouldn't like that. But now I'm calm and I hang out in large groups of one most of the time. And even that gets to be too much sometimes. So, if you guys ever want to turn on a power supply without actually having it in the computer, it's very simple. You take your 24 pin connector and you put a jumper between the green wire and the black wire. There should be only one of each. And then it'll work just like it's plugged into our computer. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. A bunch of Phantom fireworks and stuff like I said on the picture. It was an older picture, but yeah, that's me. But I really don't know how to use the damn thing yet. Too terrible. Cold, cold. Oh man, it is freaking cold in here. How high have I had my drone? I don't have an altimeter on it, so I really don't know. I generally don't go without an eyesight. I don't have any FPV on any of these drones, but I do have a lot of drones. This one's a really nice one. The CX-20. I just took it out of the box. I haven't even done anything with it. Wintertime weather around here sucks. I have one that I already. Well, I try to get a fly. I like a drone. I try to get two of it. That way I can fly one and then I can keep one in mint condition for later. And then I fly the hell out of the other one, you know? I see that, man. It's where a lot of people. Oh, mine has no limit. I can take it up as high as it'll go, man. As long as it's within range, I'll probably go at least a mile high if I wanted to. I have ground station software to all my drones. They come out of radio contact range and stuff like that. They come back to the radio. Damn. Why's everybody leaving YouTube so much? Is it just got that hot here or what? See the white drone that I showed you, then XK380 that's in the back and stuff like that. They all come with batteries that's the size of a brick. They'll fly for 30 minutes stock, and after they're upgraded, I can get 40, 45, 50 minutes out of it. And that's a lot of flight time for a drone. I haven't set none up 14,000 feet, but I was going to make a rocket and launch a cat in outer space once. That some bitch is crazier than hell. 1,000 feet. It's like how to do balloon territory. Trying to fly it into the moon, huh? Alright, I need to get weed from you then. They are talking about using drones on Mars and stuff like that instead of land rovers. Yeah, no doubt, man. I got my Power Bear 420 stickers up here. Yeah, I'd say not, man. Did it? That sucks. It may come back. It's came back before. It's went way past its service life anyway. I think they could have done a better design considering what they spent on it. Hell, I know I could. Yeah, 3.0. I just can't wait till I can go to the store. That would be nice. Let's see. Let me plug some shit up, see how these fans work. Alright, cool. So they don't have any lights or so. Let's see if I can set this down somewhere. You got your fan controller here. Can't really tell which is which. Alright, now it's on low. And now it's definitely on high. Cool. Alright, now I'm gonna sit there and put a UV light. I just had to. Here they are. I'm running out of space, man. I got too many hobbies in one spot. Hmm. Let's see how UV reactive they are. Not very, from what I'm seeing. Hmm. Not really seeing that much. Probably because I need to turn up the light. Got too much shit here. My light's trying to stick to this piece of metal. If they're UV reactive, I'm not seeing it. Hmm. I mean, I can see the cables and stuff. They're glowing like hell. Fan, I don't see any kind of glow coming off of it. I think they might have lied. I don't know. I'll try the other type of UV light on it later and see if it works. Look around the pyro cave, shall we? Over here we have me, tank diagram. Got some disturbed posters up here. Got some rockets laying around. Some little shells in the background there. XK380 drone. A drone that's shaped like a anglerfish sitting on top of a UFO. Bud Light sign. Hillbilly Pyro fireworks sign. Let's see. This camera's all weird. And we got all kinds of shit over here. Collectible drones. More fireworks up there. Yeah, light's too bright. Well, that kind of sucks. I didn't see no UV reaction of that fan. But such is the beast that is eBay. What's good, YG? Young gangster. Hey, Yellow Grove. Can't stay long. Just thought I'd jump in and say hi. We were just going through some of the computer parts that we got in today. We finally got the processor in for this computer that I'm building. And it's pretty sweet. Awesome is here, as the box says. How you doing, Megan? I just saw this processor and this setup and stuff like that rock the new Assassin's Creed at like 100 and some frames per second, so it should be pretty badass. Yeah, I'm doing alright, I guess. I've sat around all day. I haven't done shit. I feel guilty. Mm. It was a nice day outside today, and it's got so much shit to do. It's just overload, I guess. That I'm incredibly lazy, but and this rain's got me all fucked up. Trying to find a place I can put this. I like this little fan. Yeah, sit somewhere where we can see what it says. Falling bomb. My little bomb. I tried to make the little face. Can you see it? It didn't turn out too well. I'm gonna put this on top of the heat sink because it tells the temperature. See, it's 29 degrees in here. Truth in Middle America is the guy's slogan, so that's one I'm gonna write out. I can program these to say like 24 different things, I think. See, I got my name on there too, Hillbilly Pyro. Pyro dude. But I think this little fan is pretty badass. I've got a lot of these. These you can't really find either. Can't really read it with the light on, huh? Yeah, I don't think it'll pick up anyway. Too far away. Mm. Oh well. Kill that. So how's everybody doing? Flying Dutchman, what processor? All right, I'm gonna go with the AMD 8-core Black unlocked processor for this. It's running at 4.5 gigahertz times 8 cores, and it should rock anything he wants to do with it. Damn, $10 for a 48-inch blacklight fixture is not bad. I actually have a 48-inch fixture, and I broke the bulb. There's still pieces of blacklight bulb laying on my desk. I was hanging that banner actually, and my knee put pressure on it and broke it. But yeah, it's a pretty good deal. I paid a lot more than that for mine. But these days, shit, if I can get it up here, see it like stage light up there. See, that's a UV black light, and it's got a lot more features than just the standard old style bulbs. And I think I got like 2 of those for $20. You might want to look into something like that. They put out a lot more UV light and the remote control, which is pretty sweet. Hell, I can plug it up probably. Oh no, it's got a short ass cord. Oh well, I might have to unplug something else. A little mercury vapor goodness. Not to mention the glass that went into my feet, man. I was picking blacklight glass out of my feet for a while. At one point, though, this table that I made out of a piece of chipboard that I found had over a ton of weight on it, though. And it still held. I was like, hell yeah. I expected it to fall any minute in the night, but it never did. Hey, what's up, Don Shadow? Because I am not a carpenter. I'm pretty good with metal. I'm pretty good with machinery, but I am not a carpenter. My carpentry skills suck. Matter of fact, I got suspended for cutting up all my textbooks in shop class. I took them across the bandsaw. Cool, man. I didn't give a shit, dude. When I went to school, I done what the hell I wanted to do. I had my horse tied up out front. If I felt like leaving, I left. There wasn't nothing they could do about it. I was bigger than most of them. They couldn't catch me even when they did call the law. So after a while, they just gave up and let me do whatever the hell I wanted. I'll be back. I think I'll get me a drink as well. of course. Hey, is anybody still here? I wonder. Cool. I made 50 caliber black powder cannon and machine shop. That was my project for the end of the year. They wouldn't let you do shit like that now, would they? I had a really cool machine shop teacher though, because I'd only show up one day a week. He would mark me as being there for the rest of the week, so the rest of the people could catch up with their stuff. I wonder, man. I wonder. Yeah, I need some of those myself. Definitely. I really do like the concentrated tomatoes, though, for sure. Yeah, you probably got one of them things that hang upside down, what they call them on TV, the infomercial, the topsy turvy bullshit. Remember that ad they'd play on late night TV all the time? I don't know if they do it in your area. I got tired of seeing that shit. Along with that Extends commercial that they play like every other commercial back in the day. Extends. Over 1 million capsules have been sold. The only pill proven to make a man larger and all this bullshit. I mean, I had that crap memorized. I was like, God damn. What did they think? There's just a bunch of guys staying up with little dicks all night? I don't know. And the 900 numbers, remember those? Nah, which is awesome and makes me extremely jealous because I have to hide like a criminal here. What's free for one American should be free for all Americans, and that's bullshit that it's not. That's why I even have one of these. This is a personal carbon filter. It totally deletes the smell. It's called Smoke Buddy. Yeah, it's always 19.99. It ain't never. Why not just 20 fucking bucks? But yeah, smoke buddies actually work, man. If you want to burn and you don't want your house to smell like reefer, it's not a bad way to go because they do take the smell out. You can find them on eBay for about 11 bucks. It's called Smoke Buddy. They even have a portable version. you know, kind of like the old paper tube full of dryer sheets and shit. Yo, back in the old dorm room days. Yep, we've all done it apparently. And hope like hell that it worked. I don't know though. You're very fortunate because I had to. Still do. What am I talking about? That's why I like the vape pens, man. They don't smell like smoke and they don't look like smoke. I can walk around with them. That's what I like about it. Yeah, no doubt, man. Yep, back in the old days. Of course, I grew up with parents that made moonshine and grew wheat. I mean, that's how they'd make it when the mine would go on strike or the people would lose their jobs or they'd get laid off. I mean, here in the mountains, people had to find their own way to survive, and we did. There wasn't nothing wrong with a little bit of shine and a little bit of smoke. Matter of fact, my great grandpa told me that. He said, "Son," he said, "you can drink your little liquor, you can smoke your little smoke, but he said, draw the line at that and don't mess with none of that other shit." And I never have. Sweet. Yeah, it will, man. The preacher to my church was actually my great grandpa's moonshining partner. My great grandpa got busted by the feds and he went to prison for 5 years. And they told him they'd cut it in half and give up his partner, but he never would. But I know the story is true because it was told to me by the preacher of the church. I like my fireworks and I like my weed. And I don't give a shit who knows it. They don't like it, they can kiss my ass. What's up, Inquisitive Moments? How are you doing? Yep. Pass the blood to the on the left, man. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. I can't drink, man, because when I drink, I end up in strange places with strange women, and that don't work out too well. Some guys like to get drunk and fight. Some people like to, for me, I turned into Don Juan, and I go after the females when I drink. Dude, it helps me more than anything else that I have prescribed to me. I can tell you that right now. It helps me feel more like a human being instead of being a friggin' animal because chronic pain will make you feel like an animal. It's 50% physical and it's 50% mental because if you're not careful, you'll lose your fucking mind. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it, man. It's just too many people take drinking to excess. Where I live in town here, I can sit on my porch, just hear 2 or 3 blocks away domestic violence about every other night because of people getting drunk. And I'm like, you don't have that problem with weed, but you can go to the store and buy that shit, in it, right? Yeah, but them same expensive tablets are killing people right and left, so they're going to have to do something. And I know the states need the money. I know West Virginia needs the tax money. If they don't do something about the roads, you're going to have to go to the hospital just by driving. I had a bump the other day that gave me fucking whiplash. And that truck, you better hold on to that thing because it's made for off road. So on the highway, it's an unwieldy bitch. I have an unnaturally high tolerance. I always have, even after quitting for 10 years, still had the same tolerance. It's just something the way I am. Well, I think it's up to the people to stand up and make it legal because nothing gets done until people get it done. And I think the old generation that's kept this stuff held back is finally dying off and we can get something. I haven't messed with the Metro, man. I've been having a really bad arthritis issues for the last few days, so I haven't messed with it. But I've got the tank unbolted, and I just have to get the quick disconnects from the fuel lines undone, and then I can drop it and see what's up. But my money's pretty much on a split line somewhere, leaking fuel pressure off. What popped up in last night, my web's cut me out. Oh, damn, lost your internet. That sucks. I didn't touch weed until I was 21, actually. My first wife got me smoking it, and I'd never touched it before, except for one time in school, which was a really bad story. It was a bad experience because I didn't know it was weed. I thought it was a cigarette. And when you're high and you don't know why, it's a very scary thing, especially when you're in choir. I had to go to fourth period choir class because of what I'd done to my science teacher as punishment. They put me in choir, but then I was in a class with 50 chicks, so I wasn't really that upset about it. And a lot of them were Catholic schoolgirls, so it wasn't a bad punishment at all. And I got in an argument with the science teacher because the book was wrong and she was being a bitch about it. I was trying to correct her, and she ended up having a heart attack over it. It wasn't my fault the bitch was 500 pounds. Yeah, that's just me, though. All my teachers loved me, though, except for that one. I had a hard time in school. I had to go to a special school for gifted children, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I have to do more work. So I got the hell out of there. Started doing my own thing. Got out of public school. I wanted to be a professional student. I'd still be in college now if I could. Detroit Pyro guy, what's happening? Detroit Pyro guy. Oh hell, man. You know, in Detroit, they use a lot of the pyro to end up killing people. I saw that on TV the other day. I was like, damn. Fourth of July is the day they wait to cap a lot of people because the fireworks sounds cover it up. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. You know, in the bad part of town. Small towns that I was in was almost like a reservation, man, for real. So I know what you're talking about to a degree. Yeah, I know they plan that shit. I'm like, damn, I don't know if I'd be out celebrating or hiding in my bunker some damn where, man. I don't know. I like the non-fatal explosions, you know. I don't want to be out there letting off fireworks and get shot at. Of course, I can tell the difference. I don't know why some people can't. I've never heard a gunshot and thought, "Ooh, that's fireworks." No, I know that's a gunshot. Although those Mamba crackers do have a pitch to them that almost reminds me of a high-powered rifle. I think that's why I like the Dumbo, because they have that deep bass kind of boom to them, you know? Yeah, I like them. I love them too, as long as they're not pointed at me, you know? Yeah, that's bad, man. Dude, I'd seen a million videos about those Mambas, but I never had the opportunity to get a hold of some till now, and I was impressed. I really was. I was like, damn, I was surprised. Yeah, brown wrap TCs are almost as good, man. They've got that same kind of deep, petrochloride kind of boom. Stuff the Thunderbug. Speaking of Thunderbug, I got a old carbide cannon over here buried in some of this shit somewhere. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna get some carbide and try her out. I restored it. It's pretty old, I believe. I know when I was looking at the carbide, it's the same one that they have on the photograph of the shit that they're selling. They're not too bad. But yeah, I guess they are. But you got that little flare, I guess, don't you? Don't Mambas have a little flare up before they boom? I've had that flare save my ass. I don't know, man. I thought about the Type 54, but when I think about all the pain in the ass of having them inspecting your shit and having to have a bunker and have to keep inventory of everything you have, the fact that they can drop in on you at any time. If you're going to have a show, you have to still get a permit from the town. Then you have to have insurance for that show. So it's a lot of bullshit, especially when you can find such good stuff if you know where to look anyway. I just don't think it's worth it, or it's not worth it for me anyway. Not with the black market being as good as it is. Let's just put it that way. Cool. I love these crazy kinks, man. These are awesome firecrackers. They're one of my favorites. Getting low now. I've only got like 12 boxes of them left. Dude, I got. Oh, hell. I can move a bunch of this shit, man, and go get some of my stash that I've acquired here pretty soon. I'll do that in a minute if you guys are going to hang. I just got to move these computer parts and stuff out of the way. But I've acquired a few interesting objects. Shit. I never plugged in the computer. For me, it's the whole storage thing and then the insurance if you're going to have a show, because I don't want to pay insurance every time I want to have a show. And I know my local town or whatever is going to take you for every fucking dime they can get. And I just don't like the idea of somebody in my business, you know. Them guys can come by anytime. Yeah, man. That's what I